Hey everybody, Anna Murphy's here with Mending Hearts Counseling. Welcome back to my channel. I have not made a video actually in a while because of some health issues that I've been dealing with, but yes, I'm happy to be back and happy to share and grow with you guys once again, and being able to, share with you the things that I have learned not only in my personal life about love, relationships, also things that I learn on a daily basis through my friends and people that I work with. And it's really nice to normalize things and understand why things happen to us in the ways that they do, and being able to choose different. With knowledge comes power, and with that being said, I would like to shed knowledge today a little bit on the topic of deservability. I understand that we sometimes find ourselves in relationships where we don't feel fulfilled, or we don't feel happy, or we don't feel good. We feel frustrated. We feel incomplete. We feel detached, empty. All these feelings that usually are produced when needs in a relationship are not met. And once we understand why we have those negative feelings that are predominantly with us, we understand that it's because our needs are not met, and then we work towards changing those needs, and we help ourselves in our own relationship to just be a better version of us. And sometimes people that we are with may be able to meet our needs, or they might not be able to meet our needs. And when people are willing to meet our needs, and they are willing to listen to us, and they are willing to provide us a different experience in a relationship where we feel the opposite of the things that I was naming before, where we feel fulfilled and heard and appreciated, and things are gifted to us, given to us. I want to really highlight the fact that sometimes, even when we do the self-work within ourselves to get us to where we are, in the knowing that we are worthy of more than what we perhaps have experienced in the past, it still takes time when you are with a partner that mirrors back to you all the self-work that you have done for yourself, all the work that mirrors back what your worth is today. It takes time to know that you deserve it, or that it is real, or the thought of how is this actually happening. And sometimes that can feel scary, and sometimes that can send you into panic. If we are to backtrack a little bit and remember that our body is made up of nerves, which makes up our nervous system, and much like a hardwired drive in a computer, our nervous system is also like a program that runs on the same core beliefs about ourselves every time we wake up in the morning, and they fire the same signals, and they do the same work day in and day out, unless we start to give them a different meaning or a different thought to fire out. So when we do all of our work, and all of a sudden we start to understand our worth and feel worthy, and feel good enough, and understand our needs, and know that it's okay to have our needs met, and it's not too much to ask for, and no, that does not mean that we're being needy. We need food and water to survive, basic needs. We also need connection, and we need to be heard, and we need to be seen, and we need to be understood. That is a normal part of being in a relationship, and it's not too much to ask for that. So once we start to receive it, but say in the last 30 years or 40 years or 20 years of your previous relationships, you have been getting the opposite, it actually sends your nervous system into a state of fight, flight, or freeze. Because when something is unfamiliar, the body will goes into defense mode, right? Like it's the sympathetic nervous system kicks in, and then your body goes into defense mode, and it has three mechanisms. It either will fight, it will flee, or it will freeze. So maybe sometimes you might notice that you freeze and you don't know what to do when someone is being so nice to you, so kind to you, and tells you what you've always wanted to hear from a partner. And it kind of sends your body into shock because it really doesn't know what to do with that information, because all of its life, its programming has been used to something different. So now that it has this new information, it literally doesn't know how to translate it, and it perceives it as a threat only because it's unknown, not because it actually is a threat. And I've also come to learn through my studies that they say an actual perceived threat will feel different in your body than man-made fear that we create in our minds from our ego, because sometimes our ego acts like a misguided ally, and it tries to protect us from the things that it does not understand. So that fear from the ego will feel scary, and it will feel like panic, and it will feel unsettling, and that's not intuition. Usually when we have a sign from intuition that something is not right, it won't have that feeling of unsettling that produces reactions in the body that are fight, flight, or freeze. Intuition will feel more like a knowing. It will have like a calmer aspect to it. So if you're feelings of fight, flight, or freeze, your nervous system has gone into shock or shutdown or overdrive, then you know that's an experience that your nervous system is having because it's different from what it has been used to all these years. So again, recognizing that even though you have done your work within to understand your worth and to raise your vibration and to understand that you are good enough and you are worth everything, when you actually when you planted that seed and now you are the flower of the seed and you're ready to receive that experience, it might take you some time to know that new feeling of being heard, understood, spoken to with kindness and love that you've never been able to receive before. It will feel different, and it will feel scary, and you will have those thoughts. Oh, is this actually really happening? Is this for real? Am I actually really worth this? And the answer is yes, you are worth it. And yes, it is happening, especially if you know that you've done all your work from within and you have raised your vibration and you look at yourself in the mirror every day and you thank the universe for all the gifts that it has given you. If you live in gratitude and grace, even though life is so challenging and difficult, and trying to find like the beautiful gems in life it's a challenge, but it's not it might be a challenge, but it's not achievable. It's actually quite easy to achieve gratitude and grace in your daily life once you start to do the practice, because there are so many things to be grateful for in this life that sometimes get lost in the mundane requests of parenthood and workhood, or anything else that you are committed to in your physical world. I totally forgot my point here, what I was saying. Okay, so once you've done the work and you are the flower that's receiving everything, it will take you time to understand what it feels like to have your needs met. And even though you have those thoughts that come in, again, that repeat to you, is this actually happening? And then you start to feel a little bit guilty that you're receiving all this goodness, and you like immediately want to do something to, give it right back to that person. Just take a moment and receive it. You don't have to do anything other than just sitting there and receiving that goodness that you've worked so hard for. You don't have to give the compliments back to your partner. You don't have to necessarily give them that same experience right back to them. Just sit there and say thank you. Thank you so much for the compliment, or thank you so much for initiating a date night, or thank you so much for including me, thank you so much for hearing me out, thank you so much for listening to what I have to say, as opposed to walking away and turning the TV on and saying not now. Whatever experience it is that you're having that is the opposite of what you used for, and it is what you have been working towards, know that you're worth it. And yes, it might feel strange in the moment to be receiving it. And the more you receive it, the more it's going to be integrated in your nervous system as a normal way of being. And then it won't feel strange or different anymore. It will feel like how the other negative feelings felt before you even changed yourself to be in a different relationship. And sometimes it might be that same person that you're in a relationship with that matches your new vibration, or the universe might completely rid of this person and bring you in somebody else. So whoever it is that it might be, the experience of receiving that goodness will still feel the same. It will still feel like a dream, like, is this really happening? And I just want to highlight again that the answer is yes. There is no way that the universe will not gift you everything that you have worked for. Christina Lopes, who I really love and follow on YouTube, talks about how we are a resonant universe because we are made up of energy, and like attracts like Newton taught us. And it makes sense that whatever you resonate around you or within you, it will be matched. So when you do the work to heal yourself and truly find your worth and truly know that you're worth it, or as they call it in the psychology world, to do cognitive behavioral therapy, to change your thoughts and your lenses of perception of life, and to see your life through the eyes of I am worthy, I am good enough, I am worthy of love, I am worthy of everything, I am a human being, and just by existing, I should be receiving everything that I am meant to receive as a human, because I came here to love. I didn't come here to experience suffering, but through suffering, it is only how we learn what it is that we need to change about ourselves in the first place. So that's a little bit tricky there, but that is kind of how it works. And we find gratitude and we thank the people that were either now our ex in our relationship or has become a better version of themselves in our relationship. We thank them for everything that they showed us through hardship and heartache that we needed to heal and change within ourselves, and now have the knowing of what it is that we actually want to experience. Because if you don't experience what you don't want, how are you supposed to know what you do want? And sometimes to get the strength to push out the things that are not serving, to bring in the things that are serving, might be a lot. And then when we actually do get the things that are serving us, again, remember that it's going to take your nervous system a little bit of time to acclimate to those new signals that it will receive from someone, because in the psychology world, it's called recapitulation, where we find ourselves in the familiar. And the familiar is the way that we were pre-divorce or pre this new relationship or pre whatever it is that your not experience, your arrangement was with that particular person of the opposite or the same sex, or your lover that you had that was not serving your needs. So now that you have the opposite experience, just remember that it's okay if they or if you take time to acclimate to the changes that they have done within themselves, or the new person and the new beautiful gifts that they are gifting you that reflect who you are today. And I'm gonna end this session with this beautiful message that I saw on Instagram today, and I shared with one of my dear girlfriends who were having a discussion with this morning, and she actually is the one that prompted me to even make this video about deservability, because I feel like her and I are both in the same space of, yes, it's so nice to do the work to get to where you are strong enough to leave a relationship that's not serving you, but then after, to receive the gifts and the goodness of a relationship that you've always dreamed of, that what it should or would feel like in your mind, once you actually get there, that it might and it will take time for you to get used to the new way of being. But just enjoy it all, because like the saying says, the secret to attracting your soulmate is to become your own soulmate first. And that means to really love yourself, take care of yourself, pamper yourself, live your best life, give yourself the experience that you want to experience from a mate, and the universe has no choice but to match that for you. And once it comes, just know that you are worth it. Because I remember I read this book, or was it, yes, by the author Brian Weiss, and he was saying that this woman had worked so hard to create this miracle in her life, and when she did, she couldn't believe it. So she kept saying to the universe, this can't be true, this can't be true, this can't be true, this can't be happening, this can't be happening. And then the universe took it away from her, and then she went back to how she was before. Because if your thoughts create your experience, and then you don't believe your new experience, and your thoughts keep saying to you this can't be true, this can't be happening, this will never happen to me, this should never happen to me, I'm not worthy of this, then you're gonna go back to experiencing just those thoughts. So please just know that you're worth it. Continue on your journey. Continue to be in your gratitude. Continue to find out what your needs are. Continue to be in your power, and just enjoy the person that the universe will match you with, whether it is a person that you're currently with and they become a different version. I shouldn't say better, I should say a different version. And also, it might be a completely new, different experience. I wish you much love and strength and grace. And as always, if you have questions, comments, concerns, please DM, email me, like the video if you are called to support this channel. And I look forward to sharing more information with you, and have a blessed rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.